Hi everyone, welcome back to Birich. I've managed to pull Anand into the studio today and join us in for an interesting conversation about stock market and stock exchanges and tie it into what's happening in the UK. First of all, we all know what stock market is. Stock market is where a place where companies can buy and sell their shares, and we as investors can go buy them and decide if we want to invest in their business. And this is the main role of a stock market. And where does the stock market happen? Where is this enabled? This is enabled in places called stock exchanges. Stock exchange is the place where these trades take place. In India, we have had many stock exchanges. Many of them have disappeared and gone bankrupt. What's left in India is the BSE and the NSE.
And a little portion of the Calcutta Stock
Stock
Exchange.
exchange. Same way, all over the world, you find these stock exchanges, and they're all very famous. And one of the leading famous ones are the ones in the UK. So everyone wonders, so how do these stock exchanges make money? If a company is going there selling shares, the company gets the money. The investor buys the share, he gets a piece of the company. What is the stock exchange doing in the middle? How is he making his money? And the brokers are charging their fees to do this enabling. How do they? So where is the stock? To list your company in a stock exchange to sell and not sell, you have to pay something known as listing fees. Then they have something called trading fees. So when you trade inside the stock market, small fees are charged. Then of course they have huge amounts of vast amounts of data. All this data which they garner have first preference view to is through their exchange. So they have all this data which they can sell. Then of course they have membership. Membership and licensing is another way stock markets, exchanges, sorry, make money. Then the clearing of the sale and settlement fees they also make. Aside from this, they have additional services. These are the different ways stock exchanges capitalize and make money in this stock market where companies are traded. And the British Stock Exchange is a very old one and a very famous one.
One of the oldest one. London
Yes,
Stock Exchange
yes, and
is second only to the Amsterdam Stock
correct,
Exchange.
and it's considered to be a great prestige to be listed in such an exchange because it gives you, when your company is listed in an exchange like that, investors can from all over the world can easily invest in your company. It offers a certain pedigree to be available in an exchange like that, and that too when they merged with EU, gave them greater expanse, and London grew in its financial capital status, with most of the banks and financial services sitting in London. In the London Stock Exchange, trades were happening. It was all the glory days. Then, of course, unfortunately, the Brexit happened, where much of this was won to the British citizens, and London City itself did not vote for the Brexit, but was forced upon it because the rest of the population of UK, being a democracy, decided to go for the Brexit because the London population knew what a devastating blow it will have to its financial sector, which is one of the pillars of British society and economy.
For many centuries, it has been
Yeah, it's been holding on to this. So this
well,
is
the
led
one of
to,
the great financial centers.
yes,
Even when Britain lost its preeminence in the world and it moved to America, London retained its prestige as a
financial.
major financial center. And this greater integration with Europe meant that London was the place for the where Europe did most of its business. And the fear is now that it will lose out to Amsterdam because Amsterdam was the exchange before
Predating us.
predating London. And the Brexit made things very bad. And what has happened in recent times is a lot of IPOs have been skipping London
Correct.
because they feel that New York and Nasdaq offers much better access to global capital.
Correct.
So London has been slowly but definitely,
Chip by chip.
chip by chip, losing its preeminence in the financial markets, and they have been desperate. The final straw on the back for the Britishers was that ARM Holdings, which was a British company,
Correct.
which was listed in England, which is listed in London, was taken private by SoftBank.
Yes.
Now, this funding winter in the stock markets has made sure that SoftBank desperately needs money.
Correct.
And since SoftBank desperately needs cash, it is looking for a
Place to put it, yes. Exchange.
listing. And there has been several debates whether it would list back in London or whether it would go back. And now it looks very clear that Moses Son is going to
The American shores.
list this company in Nasdaq, where all the major tech ones are listed,
Correct.
and not in the London Stock Exchange. So the London Stock Exchange has lost out on a major listing.
Yes.
A company which was listed in the
Something they were very proud of.
London Stock Exchange and which has now gone to the Nasdaq. And there has been in the spring, I think spring is just over or so in England,
Yes.
and
Autumn is looming.
autumn is looming. The spring was very gloomy in the sense that not the expected number of IPOs came,
No.
and there has been a drop in trading activity in London.
Yes.
So London is actually struggling,
Yes.
and there's been a controversy over the LIBOR, the
Yes.
London Interbank exchange rate.
Correct.
LIBOR was considered a major benchmark,
Yes. So the gold standard.
gold standard. Even that had a fixing scandal.
Yes.
And so the London Stock Exchange is desperately looking for a way to strike back.
Yes.
And so they have found a way, at least they think they have found
Yes.
a
A
way.
concocted way.
They have concocted a way by which they can hit back at a lucrative market. So I think I'll let you tell what it is.
Oh no, you're the expert.
No, you should tell me.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to encourage people who want to do unlisted trades. So you don't need to be listed in London Stock Exchange.
Or anywhere.
Yeah, to use the facilities, as to say. You don't need to be a member in my club to use my lawn. It's like you can come and play golf. Just pay me the tea money and you can go ahead and play on my course. You don't need to be a membership. We're not exclusive anymore. We've opened the doors for anyone and everyone.
Basically, what they are saying is they are going to have what is now called as an ITV.
Correct.
And basically, what he is saying is they are taking a swig at the private equity.
Correct.
In the private equity players are basically buy and sell companies without even as private companies without listing them. These days, even before the IPO comes, most of the value is eaten up by the private equity.
Yes.
The small investor has no opportunity of trading in private equity. You couldn't have bought Zomato
No.
or Ola many years back.
Correct.
Zomato is listed, but today you cannot even buy Ola. So, what now London is saying is private companies which have not listed and for not following listed norms, investors and founders can use this first window which is going to come to trade these stocks. So you don't have to form the listing norms.
Yes. You don't have to follow
be
any rules.
You don't have to follow the rules.
Yes.
But this is frontier.
Yes.
So I'll give you a separate market screen where you can buy and sell unlisted stock.
Correct.
Because otherwise, through private equity, what would happen is, suppose you had got an ESOP. The only way to exit an ESOP was when the company sold,
When we became public.
when the company became public, or you can do some private transfers
If you know.
if you know people.
where people are.
If you know where people are. Now, what he is saying is the London Stock Exchange itself will have a trading window
Correct.
in which all these private companies can trade.
Yes.
Stocks can be traded by the founders, the employees, and whoever wants. So basically, what they are trying to do is carve out a portion of the business which is not coming to the exchange, which is taking place in the private space between two people.
Correct.
London
Because
will be the first exchange to open its gates to that.
correct.
This is a move of desperation to keep London relevant.
Correct.
But all this will not help unless they sort out their European Union mess.
Correct.
And as far as the European Union mess is concerned, London now agrees they made a mistake. Everybody agrees there's a mistake. But it's too early for them to go back and crawl in front of the European Union. Because last time when the European Union took England, they gave you an exemption of keeping the pound,
Yes.
where all the others went on to the euro.
They warned them about this before the Brexit.
Yes. Now what is going to happen is next time you want to go to the European Union, they will ask for the pound to be subsumed into the euro,
Correct.
which is anathema to most of the British,
Yes.
which will be a deal breaker.
Correct.
So you won't, I don't think Europe will give them a sweetheart deal.
Yes, and at the time Europe was desperate for UK to join. Now they don't need UK to
Yes,
join
this was
anymore.
during the Thatcher years
Yes,
and the Maastricht Treaty.
yes.
But we don't know what is going to happen. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and definitely looks like UK is extremely desperate.
And the reason why I was talking about this analogy of the club is because in any club when you join, they evaluate you as a member. Your background, your pedigree, everything is checked, and then you're allowed to be a member and allowed to use the facilities. Same in the stock exchange, those are the norms Anand was talking about. They go through your financials, make you sure you're to spec, and as an investor, you can trust the exchange. Whatever is being listed has been verified and checked, and some standards are maintained. Once you remove that cap, and you say it's a free for all, that means you don't know as an investor what you're putting your finger into. So I'd be very cautious before you would think this is a great idea.
Anyway, thank you for watching Peerage. I hope you like this content, and we'll bring you content like this on the global market. If you like this video, press the like button, write your comments below, and subscribe to our channel. Do not forget to turn on the bell notification. If you have done all of the above, talk about this channel to your friends and relatives and have them take a look. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. After the event in Bangalore, my team has decided that we should visit my ex-home, Saudi Arabia. We were there recently but visited only Dammam. The idea is to cover the other two major cities, Riyadh and Jeddah. On the 22nd of September, I'll be holding an event in Riyadh, and on 29th September, we will meet in Jeddah. Those who are desirous of meeting me both in Riyadh and Jeddah should contact the email ID given below and the WhatsApp number. My team would get back to you at the earliest. Once again, thank you for supporting Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.